is something that I need to share from my heart. We've all seen so many write-ups, articles, videos, information on toxic masculinity. And I'm going to mix a few things just to get my point across here. But if you know me, you'll know that I talk to the moon. And dealing with the moon has been the most healing part of my journey because it has revealed my worthiness to be gentle on myself. The moon is patient. The moon is so understanding and communicates with a flow and a rhythm that my body, my heart, and my mind have come to live through. The moon is feminine. It's what grounds us, all of us. You know, whether we're aware of it or not, the moon is what grounds us. Which means it gives us weight and it makes us feel steady. The sun is the total opposite. The sun has a different role. The sun is masculine. The sun's role is it provides energy for us. The sun is strong. And recently, I was introduced to the language of the sun. I'm yet to learn more about the sun fully. And this is not something I expected, but it's brought so much to light about the plight of a man. As men and women, as humans, we are not all masculine or all feminine. We all carry a balance between the two. Generally, a man would have more masculine in him, but he does hold feminine. And a woman would carry mostly feminine, but holds some masculine. You see, masculine is also what brings structure to our lives. Even if you look at your astrology chart, you'll have a sign in Mars and a sign in Venus. And those help you understand the language with which you move through in those areas. Mars being the area that you structure your life with, and Venus being how you want to feel in your life and your relationships, let's say, with things, with places, with people. Personally, my journey has been one of having to heal my worthiness and my relationship with my femininity. And that's primarily what mine's been about, because it would appear I lived very much through my masculine. And I think that's something we don't realize. I'll speak as a woman first. That's something we don't realize. And we do so much research on toxic masculinity, which makes me wonder whether we're aware that the standards that we hold the men in our society to is our toxic masculinity at play. I'm drawing attention to the unhealthiness of how we finger point and how we transfer responsibility. Because as a human, all humans deserve ease. All humans deserve understanding and patience. As a woman, yes, I also have an ability to provide. It doesn't mean I want that to become the main point of my life. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's evidence that there is a part of me that's masculine. When that part of me becomes too large and there's not enough, my need to provide, not my ability to provide, my need to provide. When that takes over most of my femininity and my ability to receive, I get sick, become ill. And I'm talking about this because we need to provide more room for men to embrace their feminine. And this has come to my attention because, I think we all know by now the highest rate of suicide is amongst men, not women. And we can be hard on them. But what are we going to do without men? What is life going to be like without men? It won't happen. Life cannot happen without men. Just the way life cannot happen without women, life cannot happen without men. As a human, I'm worthy of both of those aspects in my life. I'm also worthy to live in a world that consists of both balanced aspects in all other people. I don't want to deal with toxic people. I don't want to see toxic parts of myself. I mean, healing is not linear, and healing is constant, and we're always finding a balance. But I thought I'd just bring that up because if we want, as women, as men, as women, if we want the people that we deal with to show up well, they can only meet us as much as we can meet ourselves. My ability to meet myself in my life determines how well I show up for the other person. That means I can't show up totally lacking in one area and unaware of myself in that area, including the masculine part of it. I'm saying this because, yes, so connected to the feminine parts of me now. But my encounter with the sun, again, unexpected, but it's scary. And it helped me understand almost the opposite of that. My deep ability to feel and go to the depths of my own water and my emotion. I'm not saying I go and I shout it out. Okay, maybe I do, but I just mean that part of me, that energy in me can trigger a man who's not willing to go to those depths. But what I saw recently was the opposite. The tables turned. I was faced with that sun, that masculine sun energy, and I was scared. I was afraid because it doesn't give you time. It doesn't give you space. It brings heat, it brings power, and it sounds strict. And I'm communicating this in the language that I know best because if you're a woman listening to me, can you imagine what that must be like to not, if you're a woman in your feminine, let me rather say, what it must be like to be treated so harshly. And it lands as harsh to me. I'm not saying, I'm learning still, but this encounter has brought to my attention the need for us to welcome men to also enjoy some of what we enjoy for themselves. I'm not saying we need to dish it out for them and feed them with it, not that. I'm saying they are entitled to that for themselves. And the thing is that the feminine, the moon aspect, a man needs that too because it's the moon that attracts. It's the moon that attracts things to us. It's crucial to success. So we all need it. We all need this. And so even more so, if a man doesn't feel worthy, if he's not allowed to fall, if he's not allowed to make mistakes, if he's not allowed to feel worthy of what his feminine aspects do for him, that leads to depression, that leads to feeling like life doesn't work out and a feeling that they don't deserve the things that they want in their lives. They don't get a monthly card to say you're allowed to be down. They experience it, but they don't get the pass. And I just think society could become such a better place if we all became aware that we carry both of these aspects and we start to nurture both of these aspects for ourselves. For me, what that means, what that masculine energy means to me as a feminine is don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to show up. And it also provides protection because with the sun on me, I am protected. I'm protected in the sense that the sun, yes, provides energy, but that strictness, it's got a father aspect to it. I enjoy that protection. So now I'm worthy and I'm protected. that is something we all deserve as humans. And there's no other way for me to show up in any other discussion, any more discussion around toxic masculinity. I have not seen enough on toxic femininity. I haven't seen it. I mean, just immediately it's landing on me as narcissism. But let's not go down that road right now. I hope that you found this share insightful, because I think there's a lot to think about in there. We're all brought up in different ways. It is a good thing to be brought up independent as a woman, but it is not healthy to not understand that you are feminine and there are those aspects of you that need to be nurtured. And the same applies to a man. You know, you need to invert the information a bit there. But thank you, because if you've listened to my voice up until this point, honestly, I thank you.